It's early in the morning right now, and I just picked up this framing nailer from Harbor Freight, and I'm not a framer, but I shot a few nails with this thing, and it's sweet. No jams or nothing, so that's pretty nice. But I wanted to give out a tip, because when you get your air tools, usually it comes straight out of the manufacturer with this straight connection for the air hose. And let me just show you here. For years, I did use the straight connector like that on, for example, this air tool, and I use this right here to dust off my cleaning surfaces, also the wood products that I'm getting ready to spray with finish. But what I did is I did use the straight connector that it came with. And what happens with the straight connector is if you're wanting to move around, after a while, with all that constant movement, it puts so much stress on this connection that you end up, it has so much play in there that you have to keep replacing these connectors. One thing I found that saves me a lot of money and a lot of time is putting a swivel connector. For example, let me plug this tool in here and you can see. So I put a swivel connector, and the connector has a sweet little ball right there that this moves around, and I'm able to maneuver this thing, and it doesn't put a lot of stress on that connection. Another thing I like doing is on my nailers. For example, this nailer right here I got at Home Depot about 5 years ago. No jams, and it came in a set of 3. It also has a pin nailer and a stapler, which they're both awesome. No jams either on those, but this one I use every single day. And I tell you what, it's such a nice tool. But what I've done is I've put a swivel connector, and if you can kind of see, and I'll show you once I connect it, but it swivels, but it's also the same concept. And so you'll hear thunder. Sounds kind of nice. Anyway, with this straight connector, it's the same thing. When you have that air hose on there and you're trying to get into a funky, different, position, after a while you're going to just be running through these like crazy. So what I recommend is I buy these things at Harbor Freight, which I know some people don't like Harbor Freight, but honestly, it's not Harbor Freight. It's the user of the tool. So if you have experience on using tools and you're patient and you know how to use things, it doesn't really matter the tool, which it matters on the end user, honestly. So anyway, this swivel connector is awesome, and I'll show you when I connect this. I don't have any nails in this thing, but when I connect this, you do have to put a little pressure back here because it does want to swivel on you. But once you connect it, the range of motion is so sweet. And the nice thing is there's hardly any stress put on that connection now. So if I want to nail here, 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 it's not really, you can kind of see, it's not really putting a lot of stress on that connection. So it'll save you a lot of time and money on having this hose constantly moving around at a connection point. So what we're going to do now is, with this Harbor Freight connector here, I'm going to remove this, put the swivel on, and then you'll see the range of motion, which is a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and, so this one doesn't come off either. I'm just going to keep it nice and tight here. And for the purpose of the video, I'm trying to get it to where you can see the shot. So we're just going to loosen this guy up. But yeah, some people like to knock Harbor Freight, and honestly, Harbor Freight, it's just, I know that I've seen their quality lately go up, which is pretty nice. But honestly, even the quality that they had before, I'm able to work full-time into woodworking and finishing with some of their tools. Not all their tools, but honestly, it's the end user that is the issue. I'm going to go ahead and clean out this thing right here so nothing gets clogged on the inside there. So I'm going to see here. That's pretty clean. I'm just going to check my camera to make sure you can actually see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, you can kind of see. Let me move it around here. Okay. So now we're going to unbox this guy here. And this is some serious plastic. I read a figure one time that said like every year there's like, I think it was like 500,000 people go to the emergency room because of the cuts on plastic. So funny. It's like, I know that plastic's pretty sketchy, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm just going to make sure first it fits here on these threads, and I'm sure it'll, because these are universal. But I have had it where I've had to use an adapter of some way. I keep all these extras here just in case I need anything. But and even I bought this connector because it has some little adapters here just in case you have to go from a different connection to an odd connection. So anyway, we're going to put some of this plumber's tape thread locker here, sealer on here. Alright, and I'm just going to reuse the one that came with the tool. I'm just going to clean this off with the brush. I'll be right back. Just get a wire brush and clean off all that junk that was left on from when they made it. But yeah, I know some people like to rag on Harbor Freight, but honestly, I have nothing but good. Yeah, some of their tools, you know, I've had to take back in exchange for a different one, but it's honestly, it's not that big of a hassle. Plus, it gives me another reason to buy a tool. And the cool thing with Harbor Freight is, let's say you want a DeWalt or something more expensive. You know, it's kind of nice to learn on a tool that's not as expensive and figure out how to use it. And then buy it, you know, upgrade. That's what I've done with a lot of my other tools is, you know, like let's say this nailer, I become pretty comfortable with it. I'm not a framer, but, you know, it'll be nice for projects. Oh, crap. I'm over here talking. This is not supposed to go back on. So what am I doing? Okay. Forget what I just said. I'm over here talking on the video. Anyway, let's rewind. Okay, we're back here. We're going to clean off the mess I just made. But anyway, like I was saying, just on your tools, the cool thing is, especially if you're just wanting to get started in business on something, it'll get you a whole bunch of Harbor Freight tools, mess up a whole lot, figure out, make some profit actually, but mess up and learn as you're doing it. And you'll be pretty surprised. Cool thing is I'm my own maintenance department, so you know how it is. If you're a small business owner, you are maintenance. So usually in the mornings, like right now, this is when I do maintenance. I had a leak in one of my air hoses from downstairs that is coming up into my shop here. So I had to figure it out because my darn compressor, which I have a shop at home, so my darn compressor kept going off. And I'm over here wondering, and also one thing as I'm talking, don't tighten this up so tight that you bust the thread, because this is aluminum. You don't need to go all crazy on it. So nice and slow. And then this guy, we're going to get on here hand tight first, and then we'll finish it off with the wrench. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. That's why I tell people, I forget what I say 5 minutes ago. Okay, so now we're going to tighten this guy. It has a little nut right here on the connector here. So again, don't get crazy with you don't have to be He-Man. Which if you're watching this, some of you guys probably don't even know who He-Man is. Man, I need to tighten up my wrench over here talking trash. Oh, that's swivel connectors. Nice. So I'm just going until it's on there where it doesn't move anymore, and then I'll go another, I'd say like quarter turn, and then we're good. All right, so now you can see the range of movement. Once I have the hose connected, I can put this thing in any position and it'll shoot pretty sweet. So I'm going to connect it. I'm not going to fire it just because I know that it works well. I'm just going to listen for air to make sure there's no, sweet. And I'm wanting to listen for hissing sounds. So hissing obviously means that you have a leak somewhere in this connection here. So I'm making sure. Good. Obviously you probably can't hear it either, but I can't hear any. Obviously that's a big hiss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my air hose because I use this thing every day. if you're a woodworker, you know, you're dusty all day long. So I use this thing before I go inside to try to minimize dust inside the house, which God bless my wife. She lets me have my shop at the house. I can work from home full time and go inside and hopefully not make too much of a mess. But anyway, hopefully this helps some of you guys out. Have a great day. Go out there and win the day. Find a way to make the day happen. See you guys.